In just more than 48 hours, we'll get a better idea of what the agenda in Lansing will be this year, at least the agenda according to Governor Rick Snyder.
Tonight, 24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Albin is looking ahead to the governor's second State of the State address.
Yeah, I think you can make the case that a year ago, everything was on the line for this new governor in this speech. He was elected by a big margin, but those of us who covered him really weren't sure how he was going to govern. After this first joint appearance before the legislature, there was little question he was going to do it his way, and that's what he's done. In that speech, Snyder laid out an aggressive agenda and promised to use future speeches to give a report card of sorts about how much of what he proposed actually got accomplished. In some form or another, a lot of what he proposed became law. He won more than he lost, and without making any judgment on the policy, he and the GOP-controlled legislature got a budget done sooner than it had been done in 30 years. Notably, the governor did not get a surprise agenda in last year's speech, a new bridge to Canada approved. But that item's not dead, nor will the financial problems in Detroit go away, and one might reasonably expect him to address both of these items, perhaps, just perhaps, with some connection between the two in this week's speech. He'll no doubt talk about education and jobs and paying down the state's unfunded liabilities, and there could be, almost certainly will be, a surprise or two.
And Rick, what impact will this year's election have on the agenda for the governor?
It's got to be, yeah, it's got to be in the back of his mind and in the back of the mind of everybody in that chamber, particularly House members. Republicans want to keep their majority in the House. Democrats are going to fight valiantly to strip it away. If that majority is lost, any agenda proposed by the governor in years going forward will be a lot harder, if not impossible, to pass. So his approach is going to have to be substantive without being too polarizing, headed into a big election cycle. It's a big election cycle for the country, and I would submit almost a bigger election cycle for the state of Michigan, given a lot of the things that are on the line.
All right, Rick, thank you for that.